the bottom line is I don't hate Nick Chubb. He's a great talent. Kareem Hunt exists, and we cannot pretend that he doesn't exist.
Right here.
Hey, Whisper Nation, before I get you to your video, just want to remind you, the season is coming up fast, and so are your drafts. So if you are not prepared yet, stick with us, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, so you get notified whenever we drop new content, so we can get you prepared for your draft. And if you want to take it a step further, in the description, there is a link to our draft kit. It is only $15, over 120 pages, jam-packed of everything you can need to get you prepared for your draft. So go and get it today. All right, let's get you to that video.
Speaking of that Joe Mixon area, and Johnny, you brought up that you were in between Nick Chubb and Joe Mixon going back and forth. Are we really just discounting? Are we just really trusting in Nick Chubb's talent and not looking at what's going on here? Because when I look at what's been, we have Ellis Williams of Cleveland.com says the Browns' best chance at offensive success would be give Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt 15 carries apiece every week. Is Nick Chubb being drafted too high, Johnny?
Who said that?
Ellis Williams.
All right, Ellis Williams.
Cleveland.com.
Oh, Cleveland.com. Well, don't quit your day job because you're not the head coach, okay? You don't know what's best for this team because if you did, you would be the head coach of Cleveland. And clearly, you're not even remotely close to having the qualifications because Cleveland is really bad at getting head coaches, and you couldn't even get the head coaching of Cleveland. So I'm just saying, I'm just going to put that out there. This is absolutely ridiculous. Oh, the best chance for Cleveland to win is to split. Oh, the best chance is to give the ball to Nick Chubb, who is a beast. He is so good as a running back, and this is what baffles me. This is what baffles me about these cities that are deprived of championships. And I could say it as a person here. I live in Arizona. We have been deprived of many championships. This is what happens. You get one star, and they come along like rarely, and then all of a sudden, like you get just a glimpse of what a taste of what another potential star could be, and all of a sudden you start. It's like the first one you just kind of get rid of or something. Like you just are like, oh yeah, like, but we want to get this other guy like going too. Like just go with the star. Like Nick Chubb is so good. He's going to be fine. Like they have come out and said, Stefanski has come out and said Nick Chubb is going to be the starter. They're going to roll with him. I understand that the receiving volume might not be there to the height of what we'd like, but it doesn't matter.
Or at all.
Nick Chubb is going to get you 1,400 yards rushing because he's done that over the last 2 years. He's going to get you 10 plus touchdowns. You have to think of what Dalvin Cook did last year in Stefanski's system because that's exactly what he said Chubb was going to do. And Kareem Hunt, listen, I really do like Kareem Hunt. I think you should definitely invest in him as a piece because I think he's going to have flex value no matter what. But there's also a very big reality that the Cleveland Browns trade Nick Chubb halfway through the season because they only have him signed through this year, and they have him
Kareem Hunt.
They're not going to trade Chubb. They could trade Kareem Hunt because they only have him signed through this year, and there's going to be a lot of teams that are going to need running backs. So, and guess what? That value next year, there's going to be a ton of running backs that are going to be free agents. So if they want to get any value for Nick Chubb, or for Kareem Hunt, it's going to be this year. So guess who's going to be the people knocking on your door week 8 when Nick Chubb is the only one in this backfield and they run 30 times a game, and you're going to be like, dang it, I wish I would have spent that first round pick on Nick Chubb, and I wish I would have listened to Johnny Game Time because he was right.
Yeah, I don't know if I can agree with you on Nick Chubb in the first round. I think he belongs, just a little bit further down in the second round with a guy like Aaron Jones and Austin Eckler. And I think the bottom line here, Johnny, is that we cannot pretend that Kareem Hunt doesn't exist. I mean, I love Nick Chubb. He's a great runner, and he's a fantastic prospect. But Kareem Hunt led the league in rushing as a rookie. Like, he is a special talent too. And if you look at what happened, like, Hunt came back in week 10, okay? And after that, Hunt finished as a top 15 back 5 times. Chubb only did that 3 times. Prior to Hunt's return, Chubb had 5 games with 20 or more carries, and after week 10, he only had 3 such games. In 6 of the 8 games without Hunt, Chubb had 3 or more receptions, and after week 10, he only had 2 games with 3 or more receptions. The bottom line is here, Nick Chubb is really good. I love Nick Chubb. He's a great, but we cannot pretend that Kareem Hunt doesn't exist and that he doesn't cap the upside for Nick Chubb. And so when I'm sitting there at the turn, similar like we were talking to Joe Mixon, and I'm looking at upside of volume, the path to Nick Chubb's volume upside is a little bit more tainted than a guy, say, like Kenyon Drake, or a guy, say, like Joe Mixon, or, you know what I'm seeing? You're looking at it and you're like, okay, now you have to decide, if the volume comes down, is he good enough to get you there without the volume? Like, is he effective enough? And I just don't know, especially this year with running backs and the way you've got to, I like to start a little bit running back heavy this year. I'm leaning more on some of these other guys like Josh Jacobs, Joe Mixon, guys with clear voluminous paths at that turn. And I love Nick Chubb. I just think he's just drafted a little too high right now.
I mean,
all right.
Well, I was just saying, I like that. That is fair to say. Like, his upside is definitely capped with Kareem Hunt there. But like, did we say that, you know? And I'm not equating Alexander Madison's talent to Kareem Hunt, but we didn't say that Alexander Madison capped Kareem Hunt. We have to understand that was a coaching system last year. And even the GM was different last year. And so this new coaching system comes in, and Stefanski, I'm not saying that Kareem Hunt's not going to get any volume. Like, he's going to get probably 12 touches a game, but I still think that Nick Chubb they're going to run the ball so much, and that offensive line is the best offense, or the most improved offensive line of any offensive line in football, according to Pro Football Focus. They are a top 10 offensive line now. And so you pair the best, and we've done the research. We brought Whisper Nation the research that shows the best combo with the two is a running back that is a productive running back behind a very good offensive line, and we know they're going to run the ball a lot. So I'm not sitting here saying that this is what's so great about this argument, and that why I think it does need to be talked about a little bit more, because I do think Nick Chubb is very safe in the first round. If you want to take him in the first round, that's safe. But I'm not sitting here saying don't take Kareem Hunt, because I think that there is going to be great volume there. And I do understand why some people might be scared away from that and might be hesitant. I completely understand that. But I'm just saying. I
mean, there's still a lot of unknown. One is this is the Cleveland Browns, so we can try and say that it's not good to trust them. 2, it's Kevin Stefanski, and I know he on paper he's a great hire and he looks great. He's never been a head coach before in the NFL. So that's the other part of this. That's an unknown too. And so for me, there's a lot of questions that come up that say, if this team isn't as good as we expect, who equates to be the better running back or better fit for this offense? And to me, it's still Kareem Hunt because of the pass catching ability if the negative game script come in. Once again, I got blasted on Twitter because I tweeted out these stats about Kareem Hunt versus Nick Chubb. But the bottom line is I don't hate Nick Chubb. He's a great talent. Kareem Hunt exists, and we cannot pretend that he doesn't exist. I think that's the point.
Thank you for listening to the Fantasy Whisperers podcast. You can hear more from John and Travis on Google Play, SoundCloud, and iTunes. You can also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at TF Whisperers.